All right, guys. So here is 17.2. We're going to kind of go through the planets, talk a little bit about each one. That's it. All right. So the planets are commonly classified into two groups. You have terrestrial planets, which include Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. And then you have giant gas giants, which includes Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And obviously, terrestrial means land, so these are ones that have land and things like that. And gas giants are ones that are just primarily gas, not necessarily a surface to live upon. All right, so I want y'all to note this first one, you do not need to write all of this on this side right over here. All this over on this side. Don't write all this. We're going to write what's on this side. Okay, so don't write these 100 different kind of facts. We're just writing what's over here. So, Mercury, the closest planet to the sun. It is the second smallest planet after Pluto in both size and mass. All right, Venus. Venus appears the brightest planet in the evening sky and is the third brightest observable object after, of course, the moon and the sun. So we can see this one in our solar system. And for those of y'all that enjoy stargazing, you can see this one very, very clearly. And as we roll into spring here, as we've begun spring, it is very, very prominent in the night sky. Earth, we know a little bit about this one. Earth is a small rocky planet with an atmosphere that is made up of mostly nitrogen at 78% and oxygen at about 21%. That remaining 1% is random gases. Mars, fourth from the sun, as a reddish point in the night. It has a lot of, they believe it has a lot of iron, which shows it as kind of a rusty color. Jupiter, the fifth planet out from the sun. It is the largest. Jupiter's mass is greater than the combined masses of all the other planets. So if I took the mass of every single other planet and added it up, it would still not be the same as Jupiter. With 63 known moons, Jupiter is like a mini solar system. So it has quite a lot of moons or, large-ish bodies orbiting around it. So, like I said in the other video, if you enjoy Marvel, Thanos came from Titan, which is one of Jupiter's moons. Saturn, almost 10 times the size of the Earth and the second largest planet. The most striking feature of Saturn, of course, is the rings. And like Jupiter, has many natural satellites. So this ring is made up of like rocks and debris and all that kind of stuff, but its gravitational pull, which we talked about in the last video, keep this ring intact the whole time. All right, Uranus, the seventh planet from the sun. Uranus can barely be seen without a good telescope and was not discovered till 1781. Neptune, the eighth planet from the sun and the outermost of the gas planets. It was discovered 1846, almost double the diameter of the known solar system because of how far it is away. So, we have the elliptical orbits, and then you have they're pretty tight, and then you get to Neptune, and it's way out there. It's just much further out there than compared to the other planets. And you can see it's fairly large compared to the Earth, but still not nearly anything like Saturn or Jupiter. So just an overview. Don't write anything. Just kind of pay attention for a second. So they're all fairly dense, except look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Our terrestrial planets are all fairly dense, but our gas planets, just like gases, are fairly light or not so dense. Now, if we compare these, of course, these are larger, much larger, and have a much higher mass, but they're just less dense. So they're much larger in size, but they're just not as many molecules packed into the equivalent area. So you can see here we have one moon. Mars has 2. Jupiter with the most at 39, and that's probably major moons. So, and we talked about, it has 63 total low orbit satellites. Gravity's pretty strong on some of these. On Jupiter, it's 23.1 compared to Earth's 9.8. So you would weigh more on Jupiter than you would on Earth. I think that's about all we're going to look at from this thing. Yep. So, like I said, that was just a quick overview of the planets, giving you a little tiny bit of information about each, and just like I said, introduction to them.